Hello, Q. Good to see you. Okay, I'm going to do a very, very quick thing. I'm just testing this in my project here. Is it Vite? Just Vite packages, Vite. Hey Tony, it's been a long time since I've seen you. And Kaizen, hello. Let's install that and test. Matthias has been doing code. Matthias has been doing something very helpful. There's a flash of unstyled content in the latest Nuxt, which is attributable to a bug in Vite. So we did a bit of diagnosing, found the issue, and hopefully he has fixed it. So I'm just going to confirm whether that's the case before we dive into to what we're doing now. Hey, Yoa. Okay. Oh, good. It fixes it. Excellent. So I will just confirm that that is good to go. And hopefully that will be out soon. Majid, hello. Okay. So that can go. That is a bit of a worrying thing whenever you... so this is just a flash of unstyled content, so that will be done. Hey, good to see you, Mehmet. Okay, we've got a few more things that we can maybe do. So, right. So I have a... okay, so I've been meaning to test this. So has anyone here heard of CodeMod? Thank you, Wayne. Okay, so basically CodeMod Studio is quite a cool thing, and I'm going to dive into it in a little bit. I've not actually done anything here with this yet, but I need to sign in. Continue. Okay. So I think we can see about creating CodeMod for a potential Nuxt 4 issue. Just close that out and then close that out. Cool. Oh, and then I have one more thing to have a look at here. Interesting. Oh, interesting. This might be something that we're doing. Okay, I'm consider me distracted. There's another issue here that I've closed, but it might be that there is another issue to reproduce. So forgive me a second. So basically we have a small reproduction here. So I'll just create this. And also I need to create this component. Cool. Okay, so basically we have this little reproduction. Are we in 3000? Okay, so if we open this, and there's that flash, right? So it flashes red and then blue. And okay, what we're doing is we are injecting the app and then the flashing square. I think that is correct. Is that how we render it? App, flashing square. Seems the case. So basically, the issue here is that the code, like the thing that is injected here, this is the issue that Vite basically. Well, let me just before I throw more Vite's way, I get rid of those. Let's just try that. without Nuxt doing anything to the styles, anything to the links. Still flashes. And that is basically because Vite adds app last. Okay, well, that's fair enough. As in, I think we can just go ahead and say the issue we fixed was in production. Vite still does have an issue in development, but that is not Nuxt. Nuxt renders app styles first, and then flashing squares styles. But when Vite hydrates, it swaps out the style sheets and seems to do it in the wrong order. Okay, I think that is, sorry for the distraction. So that's basically addressing an issue here. Okay, not an issue, it's just a reported thing, which is really just Vite dev behavior. So it's not too serious. So code mods. So basically with Nuxt 4, we're going to do some things. So for example, this is something we're going to do. We're going to async data and we're not going to return a pending ref. So there'll be no pending, instead there'll just be a status. And so we'll be removing pending here. I'm just actually going to remove it like this, pending 2, which will force it to be renamed across the project, which will hopefully enable me to spot the changes. So I think this will highlight, there we go. And so basically, Fuzzy, good to see you. So this is super straightforward to remove, right? That's not difficult. But what I would really like is to be able to make a code mod. Now I'm just taking this as an example. What I would like to do is be able to make a code mod to migrate this for other people. Fuzzy, you know, I think you probably know what the weather is like. Because... Hey Ned.
Come in my room.
I'm on stream right now. Do you want to see everybody? Say hi.
I'm not home.
I can't come right now. I'll come in a bit, okay? Please? Okay, I'll come very quickly. Okay, 30 seconds and I will be back. I am back. Okay, so yes, you did. No. Don't worry, Drohan. You are totally going to be working on it. What I'm doing here is working on the code mod, and actually, this is just an example of the other kind of code mod, because I want to work on the infrastructure that will enable us, as we make changes to Nuxt, to take people along for the ride. So don't worry. And actually, I just replied to your issue saying that you could go ahead and work on it. So don't worry at all. So the thing that I want to do is figure out how to use this CodeMod Studio and see if there's a way we can integrate it in Nuxt itself. So, oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so basically when we do this, we will need to change users' code. So people will have things like this. They will have some code in here, which might look a little bit like this. So pending equals wait used async data. And then it will have some kind of fetch. I don't know. There we go. That's fine. So this is some code, and this pending needs to be updated. So if pending not value, do something, and this will probably need to be changed to be something like, and they might have in the template here. Okay. Now at the moment, our async data pending, I will just spot my changes, is that if the status is pending, and I think also if it is idle and like if it's not success, then pending is still going to be true. Oh yeah, sorry Fuzzy, I was in the middle of saying that yeah, the weather is wet. It's raining out there, and I know you know that because you were just down the road, and I still can't believe we haven't met up yet, even though I am so close. Okay, so basically I think we initialize pending to be, if there isn't data, it's pending as soon as we start. So as long as, excellent. Yeah, he's totally fine. I went and saw the house that he created, by the way, and it was a very, very impressive house. It is his grandparents' house, he told me. And so. Okay, so let's see. So I think basically, we start off as idle. Just trying to get the logic right here. So basically, const, we now have a status. And what we want is sort of replacement pending. Exactly, not just software. That's okay. So replacement pending is status.value is pending. That's totally pending. Or status.value is idle, and there is no data, I think. So something like that. Except that's going to come in from here. So let's say that that is what we have. So basically that's going to be our replacement. Yeah, fingers crossed. Definitely want you to try it next. Okay, so basically this should be a replacement for pending. Or I can think about that in a moment and refine the logic. So basically, what I want to be able to do is say, like, okay, I'm trying this code mod. So we have this code. And I think I should be able to have a before. Ooh. Is it going to handle... Well, it only needs to handle, I guess, the actual TypeScript bit. Okay. So we have this. And what we want to be able to do is say the replacement should be this. So it should be status, and this should be pending. Okay, so that is the change that I would want to make. Okay, and let's give another example where it's been renamed. So something like data is like recipes and pending is recipes pending. And the replacement there should be something like this. Be the same code, but it will be recipes pending. And this will be recipes value and recipes status. Okay. So this is basically the change that I want to make. And I want it to be able to make the change. So I think, let's see, we need to build the code mod. So at the moment, it's not doing anything, right? There's no code mod that's happened. What I want is to use this GPT tool to generate a code mod for me. So what is this? Is that button just magically going to do it? No, that just hides some stuff. Okay, build a code mod. Have you tried it, Fuzzy? Okay. Let's see. Is this... Do I need to press a button to run it? That's cool. Is there... Oh, I see. I copy it and I paste it here, right? Okay, so that's going to do nothing. Like we have a debugger. We need to check what's happening. Cannot repurpose named types from JS CodeShift. Interesting. What are the values here? Okay, that is discouraging, isn't it? Okay. Is this something that used to exist, maybe? Recast types, named types. I don't think it ever had something called named types, but can I pull in recast? No. Interesting. Let's just send it a message. So JS CodeShift doesn't provide named types and builders exports. This is not bad, is it? This is quite fun. No idea if it will work out, right? But let's see. I am well, thank you, Val. We are trying to generate a code mod, which will enable us, very hopefully, to, in general, ooh, that is not great, in all honesty. This needs to be putting status value, but it's almost there. That's almost there. That's lovely. Oh, does it cover the output? Or should I move myself somewhere else? I will go left. I'm traveling across the screen. I feel now I'm just covering something else, but hey, can't have everything. Okay, so I am now on the other side of the screen, but hopefully it will still be fine. Okay, so this is almost there. So it has pending wrong, but that's really the only bit. So we want to pull out the... It has updated the data pending. I see. Yeah, it's updated pending to status, but it hasn't grabbed this name properly, and it's named it like recipes pending instead of recipes status. So there's some, okay, well, let's just talk to it. Let's just make it a little bit better. So we're going to say if the user just destructures, I guess the main thing is we don't want the we don't want to collide with any local variable names, but I guess it should be fine if we generate some code for the user and then they just clean it up a little bit. Okay, so if the user destructures as status, what destructures? I guess that's correct. Okay, if the user, how do I describe the issue here? Because the second one is fine, right? Okay, would you ensure that the renamed status property is ends in status and not pending? And would you also ensure that if pending is destructured on its own, that the generated code references status and not pending? I have no idea if this is actually going to be useful, like as in whether it will produce a better code, but we can always see. Because this is definitely not a bad way of writing. Like this gets us a certain degree of closeness to it. Okay, cool. And we're just going to copy and paste it here. No, it was better before, it seems, because this is some kind of issue. False does not match field property. Okay, let's just undo it. It makes me wonder if it might be easier to, okay, well, let's export to VS Code and see if we can do this locally. Whoa, that is quite a long Yeah, we're going to do that. Install. Oh yes, previously there was an extension called Intuita, which okay, so we need CodeMod. Cool. I'm actually going to, rather than install it globally, I'm just going to stick it down here as an alias. Alias CodeMod equals Barnex CodeMod. Interesting. Trying to reload that as well. Did I not? Oh, I didn't save it, I guess. Okay, let's try that one more time. Alias code mod equals Barnex code mod. Try again. There we go. Cool. Reload window one more time. Let's see that. Hopefully works. Does it really need it to be installed with npm? Not just... I'm going to remove Intuita, which is the old version of this. Okay. Maybe I do have to install it globally. That's a shame. Okay. Still struggling. Let's try this. Meanwhile, CodeMod login, I guess. Cool. I think this is likely just an issue. Let's try, I've closed VS Code, I'll try exporting to it again. I see, I have to already have a VS Code open, so let's open Nuxt again. We'll try this one more time. Okay, we'll remove the alias. But it shouldn't. So it says, anyway. Halfway there. Oh, I need to, that's fine, it's logged me in. It's not giving me any way to point me to like an executable, which is a pain. like CodeMod. Installed globally, it's there. But I just can't use it. That is a shame. Okay, that's really weird. Let me see if I have a smaller project. So if I go to create a new Nuxt project, and we'll try this again. So yeah, I'll fully close VS Code. Done. That might have been the issue. Let's just see. Let's hope so. Interesting. Okay, it was fully restarting it. Julian, hello. And so, Frozen Spirit, fire away. Pop a question there. More than happy to look at it. Oh, you are doing that. And Julian, what we're doing is looking at code mods. So I have got a little live code mod here. And I'd like to see if we can make this, make stuff work in Nuxt when people upgrade to Nuxt 4, so that things could just magically work. The type issue you're experiencing, Frozen Spirit, is probably not a Nuxt issue, but it's probably one that we might have to close that. We might have to figure out how to help people with, because okay, is this actually opened something? Not really much. Okay, CodeMod runs. Run some CodeMod. This doesn't seem to really be working. Okay, it's a private, I see. So private registry, it's this, and I've just exported it loads of times. All right, presumably can I delete that? No, I can run it though. Yeah, on my repo, I guess. And that would then show CodeMod. Okay, that was a run. Okay. And it's looked for these things. Missing semicolon. I guess it's looking. Okay, it's changing some stuff. So there's just been lots of error messages because it's running it on like a JSON file and a declaration file and so on. Cool. Okay. Right. But Frozen Spirit, I do have a solution for you. So you said Nuxt.js i18n and Nuxt Prime View. Let's quickly solve this for you. Okay. So we've got this CodeMod project. Well, there's no reason we have to use it just for that. Let's install Nuxt Prime View and Nuxt.js i18n, and let me just confirm that the issue is what I think it is. And you said put the modules in with i18n first. So we're going to do it like that. And you're saying that i18n types are components are not typed. Hey, Anexia. Okay, so we're going to create like, oh, do we also have to add prime view? Maybe. Okay, it seems to be working, but you said that something was not typed. Nuxt components are not typed, so it's typed as unknown. So there might be a couple of issues here. So one is we might have pulled in different versions of Vue. That doesn't seem to be the case. The other is we might have pulled in different versions of Nuxt schema, which also doesn't seem to be the case. So interesting. I'm sure it's coming from one of those two modules, and actually I think it might be Nuxt i18n, because I saw a similar issue. Interesting. The best way here to do this is because IDEs can sometimes be slow, and you're not sure whether you're. Let's pass. What is this? It has something like welcome. Interesting. It's typed as unknown. Vue TSC no emit watch. This is the magic. So this basically enables us to see are there any errors, and if we or restart Volar reload. Okay, yes, this is working fine. I bet I know what the issue might be. Okay, we'll say follow Twitter is 42. Okay, so that should error. And I guess if we pull in Nuxt i18n, then it probably won't error, right? Because it's now typed as unknown. So I think, let's just drop prime view, see if this also fails. Yes, so the issue is actually nothing to do with prime view, it's just whether i18n module is enabled. So it's a problem. It's an issue with the i18n module. So let's see if we can figure out what it might be. So let's see. Do we have any declare module, like any explicit augmentations on? Well, that's not going to be right. Oh, no, that might be fine. And Nuxt schema, Nuxt config. That's, I think, this actually should be generated by Nuxt. Let's see what happens if we make some changes to the module. Okay, so we have this augmentation. Let's drop it. My flow is a theoretical beast. That doesn't seem to have done anything. I bet it might. I bet it's not. I bet it might be something like intlify. Ah. Let me test something. Oh no, it did work. Wait a second. Interesting. Let's actually just do this instead. TypeScript type check is true. I'll make it easier. Okay, and that's runtime. Aha. So basically, actually, the issue is about like module resolution. And I wouldn't at all be surprised if... Okay, so let's just... Oh, wait. That's weird. Okay, so I think that is what it is. So just checking this, TypeScript bundler resolution false. That's fine. If we remove that, and so we still need our dev server up, so we get an up-to-date tsconfig. Let's reload extension host. No, red herring. Still working. It's just, yeah. Let's just check quickly like this. Nope, that was a red herring. For some reason, it started working and then stopped working. So I don't quite know what the issue is there. Maybe. Yeah, it might be. A good point, Joaquin. But it doesn't seem to be reproducible. Is the issue. So if I, as in just by making that change. So initially I thought that the case, but now we have module resolution node, and it doesn't make a difference. But it could well be something like that. So let's fire it open here, and what do they have? We have import require. Oh, types needs to be first anyway. And okay, and it's also this file called types, and it'll need to be module.js. Okay, let's give that a try. No. But this does seem to be working. Like Vola seems to be working. No, it's not. Or is it? No, Vola is working. So why is Vue.tsc not working? Not spotting an issue. Interesting. Oh, right, I have to enable this, right? I don't think renaming it is necessary, but maybe we have to set type module. Type module is set. Renaming isn't necessary because we're explicitly putting it there. Like if we rename it and remove the types entry, then that would be fine. That would work. But in this case, I don't think it's this file. Maybe I think it might be this file. So we're importing this. Okay, I think I know what it is. I'm going to see if I can solve this. So basically, if I add an npmrc, shamefully hoist false. Let's try this. This is the remaining gotcha with shamefully hoist. And that is, nope, it's not the issue. The remaining issue is that basically, if a module has dependencies, those types are not available in the project because PNPM is unable to resolve them. Like we can figure out about how we might resolve that. That's, I think, why these are showing up as red squiggles, because I have to reload the window. Oh, sorry. I want it true. Let's try that again. Try once more. Nope, still not the issue. Yeah, using bun would solve it, if that's the issue, because it doesn't bun doesn't hoist. Bun does hoist. Using yarn would also solve it, but there's reasons not to use yarn at the moment. That's an evil flash. It is a Vite bug and it is going to be fixed very, very soon. It's where we started off on the stream. You really like to see me struggle. I see it. I see that. Okay. I'll try not to take that personally. Okay. TypeScript. Type check. True. The fact is, I struggle so much. That's the thing. Okay, yeah. So it's not seeing any errors, and there should be an error. Okay, so it is broken. And if I remove it from the next config, just want to confirm it does in fact come back. Yep, it's fine. So I18N, yeah, no errors. Great. Very well. Demand, demand, demand. I see how this is. Okay, I'm back to the right. Tiny little camera. Okay. Okay, let's say, okay, so it's not shamefully hoist. We've ruled that out. That's good. It could also be something else. It could be some kind of declaration. Let's see if we can figure out what it is from the files that are generated here. So we have a range of them. So I'm not going to run that. I'm just going to run vutsc no emit, because that way I can modify the .nuxt package. No, Joaquin, it doesn't need to use .d.mts. That's only if it doesn't specify it in the package exports. And just to prove it, we can switch back to previous bundler mode, because it's not related to that, it seems. You want to flip me as well, for goodness sake. Okay, let's just run our Nuxi prepare step. So basically I'm trying to rule things out, and I think it's not related to the bundler resolution. Okay, so this is reproducible even without modern bundler resolution. So we're going to go step by step and figure out what it could be. You want me to flip me? I don't even know how I could. You want me to look at my own code is what you want. Transform. Flip. No, I flipped the wrong thing. You probably don't want that flipped. Flip it back. But you want me flipped. We'll try that. I will flip myself. If we just flip my screen and then you at your end flip the whole thing, then that will probably result in the right kind of thing. Annoyingly, okay, we'll add a new video filter. And we're going to say it's no. It's not a filter. This is total. Like, is this actually helpful? Sorry, yes, I'm talking to the wall. Oh, I see. You mean because I'm pointing that way. Yeah, no, I know that. Like, you saw me flip the screen. The issue is that I already have a transform applied to my, because I've cropped it. And so as far as it's concerned, that's the transform. So it's not letting me do another transform on top of that. So what I could probably sort of undo the transform, then redo the transform after I flipped. But there doesn't seem to be a way for me to modify that. Like, I can rotate myself if you want me to rotate. If I go 90 degrees, I'm probably entirely off the screen. No, I'm 90 degrees, see? But I can't top left. And then I look down on my code. I could do that. Would that make you happier? I could also move, like, just give some extra space. Oh, I may actually have a solution. I have a solution, and I'm very embarrassed. How about that? Flipped. I'm very, very embarrassed, actually. Okay. I won't tell you what the issue is. So, okay. What am I doing? So I am, the issue was Alex was absolutely right. I had just locked this so it couldn't be changed. That's why. You should all be very, 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 very ashamed of yourselves is the answer. Okay, so we're going to make some changes. So let's first start with nuxt.d.ts and remove the types for nuxt i18. That's most likely to solve it. Let's remove it, and it works. Okay, so these types have something in them which cause issues. Interesting. Okay. So let's go into these types and figure out what it is, right? So let's remove these types there. That doesn't solve it. Let's remove this import. Does that solve it? Oh, it's probably also not watching this. Interesting. That causes another issue. So if we just let's do it the other way around. Okay, so let's just import that. No, okay, so the issue is coming from this module import. Let's do .js just to see. I'm not expecting that will solve anything. No, it doesn't, because we're not in the newer bundle resolution. Okay, so we have some stuff in here. Lots of valid stuff, and we've probably got some augmentations too. So we've got another declaration of Nuxt schema. Now we really don't need two, because now it's declaring it in two places. Sanity check, yeah, worth doing that. I think the file does need to have like one. Interesting. One export. Well, that's weird. Okay. That is very weird. Okay, so that is interesting. So that does suggest something package related. It takes us here, but let's just have a look at that package.json. And now the types does need to be first. So let's just check. Does that resolve anything? No. What if we remove that? And that and that. This might be interesting. Let's try changing that. Okay. Let's try removing that. Interesting. Let's try renaming it. We already have a types.d.mts. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that was what it was always loading in. Nope. But it's also possible that this is what the VS Code is pulling in. So, I mean, the actual TypeScript is pulling in, not VS Code. Nope. Let's start getting rid of some of these files. Okay. We're going to get rid of all declaration files. So I would expect this would work, right? No. There are no types now. But that's somehow broken everything. Okay, let's just go in here. Do we have any types? No. Let's stick it back in here. It will basically say types is going to be dist types.d.ts. And we will what did we say? Dist. Declare const foo. Okay, that's nice. It is saying that there is an issue. Weird. In this case, we want an error, right? Like we really want one. So it might be this. It might be this schema here. Whereas we want this to extend a Nuxt module. So let's get rid of that. Okay, so here are the things. Okay, interesting. So there is this, which may be relevant. So let's just comment all of that out. Not it. Okay, this is we're doing step by step. We can comment all of the I18N stuff out. It's likely not going to be the imports. It's likely going to be the components, actually. Very good issue. Okay, so if we basically pull, again, the I18N stuff, comment that out. Let's just check. Still failing. Okay, interesting. Okay, we also have this here. We have I18N being resolved for us. Okay, we're including the runtime. Okay, let's just drop some of that. So let's pull out this. Aha! That's interesting. That is it. Okay, so let's add that back in. Boom. And woohoo, okay. Drop it. And we get our type error. Okay, so wait a sec. I've commented out now. I'm not getting a type error. So somehow the type error comes weirdly when I edit stuff. Okay, let's just see if we can reliably maybe drop the include, or nothing's being included. Drop the exclude. And we have also this view I18N resolved type. Let's try it again. no errors. Okay, so basically at this point we have some imports. Okay, still. So we removed everything from there. Our TS config, we don't have anything i18n. Oh no, we do have intlify, right? We have all these intlify types. So we could get rid of them. Okay. Okay. Components. Are we sure we don't have any more? No. TS config server. Just gonna get rid of that. i18n options. This is not relevant. It's not importing anything. And then yes, we absolutely do need to take a break to get some fresh tea. Oh, here we can probably remove this. So crazy. Okay, let's just add that in there and just confirm we point to it. Okay, we're going to go for a break and then I'll come back. Okay, if you have any thought, think about this, right? This is crazy. We really need, Bobby or someone on the i18n team to be having a look. But anyway, that will be in time. I will be back in 5 minutes. Okay. So, right, where are we? So, where are we indeed? This is really weird. As we all agree. I'm just going to start deleting stuff. So, the interesting thing, of course, is that if we watch, it is going to pull into, there is going to become an error. So, the moment it reloads, it works. Which makes me wonder if this is not really a TypeScript issue, but maybe a Volar issue, or a... Like, because it shouldn't be any different when it reloads, right? There's nothing that's changed. There is literally no Nuxt process that's running. Oh, sorry, when I just suddenly spoke. Hello, Fuzzy. Hello. Yes, crazy. Sorry about that. This is a weird one. So what might be interesting is to see if I can reproduce this more minimally without Vue.tsc, with just TypeScript. So we have this type. Let's just create this like a new file. We'll call it app.ts, and we will basically import global components from Vue. And then we will say const global components. So like at this point, we have all of our, ooh, interesting. Okay, what is registering that? Like all these I18N types. Because I thought we commented that out. But anyway, so we have I18ND. Where's that coming from? Here. Ah! Okay, it's not Nuxt I18N, it's Vue I18N. And I think if I change this to Vue runtime core, well, we are using Vite, but this is just the type checking, so you're right, it's probably not. I think. Anyway, okay, let me not make this change, but I think I can reproduce the issue, and I think I know what the issue is. So where is it? Okay, we're opening up our thing again, and this is going to be a partial of global components, and basically this should mean I'm not allowed to pass random foo to it. Okay, so this should be an error, and I also shouldn't be able to. I should expect that there is a Nuxt welcome component. That's good, but that Nuxt welcome component should not just have the type of defined component any, like it should actually have props that are typed. So I should be able to say. So this should give me okay, good. So I actually expect this to be an error, right? So this is TypeScript telling me that there is an error. So if I were to say not Vue.tsc, but if I were just to say tsc no-met watch, it should detect that as an error. And now if I edit the ts config, sorry, the nuxt.ts to remove this, is it going to? No. Well, let's just see what happens if I remove it. Okay, so invalid reference, thank you. Okay, I'll just delete it. Okay, so it still has an error. Why is that? this type should be. Ah, interesting. Oh, interesting. It's basically Fortnite. Yes, we are just attacking a. Okay, let's just try this again. Okay, I'm going to abandon all my changes to the directory. We're going to drop modules. We're going to rerun our prepare script. And let's see if we can reproduce this not with view TSC, but just with TSC. So it's saying that actually there's not a problem with this. And the interesting thing, of course, is that there isn't, because we are using Volar to provide better types, and TypeScript itself doesn't have better types. So, the issue is that it becomes unknown, right? So let's just try this one more time. So it shouldn't be acceptable as unknown. So like that, this is probably fine. Okay, let's try that. So that is correct. Now if I add Nuxt, if I add the module back in, and if I run Nuxi prepare, still it's registered. And is it showing up in app.view? How about if I reload window? Oh, right, because we made all those changes to i18n. So let's just squash and reinstall. Okay, so interesting. This is because it's called app.ts. Let's call it something else. Testing.ts. Interesting. Okay, so we have a very, very interesting behavior here. So this is our original issue, that Volar has a problem with it. Oh no, Volar is getting full type safety. So Volar expects this to be a lot of stuff. Let's try it. Volar expects this to be the type of Nuxt welcome, which is, like, that's true. But Volar is also, this is crazy. Okay, Volar is like, we're not reproducing the issue anymore. Where is the I wonder if PNPM is persisting my changes to i18n. Let's have a look. No, they're not persisted. Volar is, however, well, that's weird. Okay, this is creepy. Why would this be working with Vue.tsc but having a different result in when it's being run as part of the build pipeline? It should not be any different. Let's see if we can reproduce again with, say, Nuxt prime view. Let's run Nuxt type check instead. I'm afraid I'm not building anything. I'm debugging a weird issue with with the i18n module. Let's just check that if we drop them entirely, why would type check give me a different result than if I do this? Okay, no errors. See? Extremely weird. Oh, but no errors. But there should be an error. That is an error. And it should be the case even if we're not using i18n. What's more, this also should be an error as far as Vue.tsc is concerned. This is totally getting to me. Okay. This is super simple, lightweight, not much going on in here. Reload window, just to see if my IDE, because originally we had this, the issue was that in the IDE that showed as unknown. Now it is showing as not having a component. I wonder if part of this file see, that's really weird. I think this is a Volar issue, just looking at this. So do you see, we start, I'm just going to add a comment, and when we reload, we have a type issue. Like it's detecting the type. So I do not think this is related to Nuxt or any of the Nuxt modules. I think this is related to Volar and how it's working. Because Vue.tsc is Volar, it's the same thing. Because this is just weird behavior. And I think let's just confirm, and there was no modules involved. Like we drop everything out here. Let's just remove them from our dependency graph as well, just to confirm. Because it could actually be related. Oh, we need to enable the type check, I guess. No errors. Remove a comment. There's an error. So I think that must be Volar somehow. So we can reproduce this without any I think we can reproduce this without any code at all in our project. I think what we can do is basically run Vue.tsc no emit watch, and we don't get anything, and we edit a comment, and now we do. So I think that is very reproducible. Let's see if we can create a stack blitz for it. And the interesting question, of course, is can we reproduce this without Nuxt? Like, is this just something that is... Well, I think it's fine for it to have Nuxt in this particular case. But we should be able to do something like this. Okay. We'll install going to do is run watch. So view tsc no emit watch. Hey, safe node. Okay. Yeah, reproducible. Okay. So basically, I think we have a reproduction here. Add some text. And let's open the Git repo, which is language tools. That's interesting. That might be related. Okay, let's create a new issue and basically say errors sort of types aren't properly loaded into environment until watcher runs. So when starting Vue.tsc or Volar, types are not fully resolved, and errors can't be checked until the first watch event occurs. Reproduction possibly linked. To reproduce, open project, open app.vue and edit the file. Even just adding a comment would do. This also works if you edit or create another file in the project. Okay, so there we go. I'm sorry that I didn't have a better result for you, but I think we have tracked it down to outside of Nuxt, which tends to be where I stop. Well, no, I don't try and stop there, but in this particular case, I think we can stop. Yeah, cool. Okay, so that's that. Where were we? We were, that is very unusual. And also suggests, but I mean, let me just confirm now that if we install Nuxt.js i18n and Nuxt Prime View, that these things do work together after the initial thing, right? So like we still need to confirm that there is no, okay, nuxtdef and well, thank you for clipping that. Okay, close that. I won't include it because I think they'll probably Johnson will probably just open it and do it. But thank you. Okay, so what's next? So we need to just confirm that this in fact works. So what is it? We need to run the same command. We have our app.vue file. We're just going to click save. Okay, so there is an additional issue which was being obscured by the issue with Volar. So let's. So it's not as simple as that. Let's get rid of prime view and confirm that it's still an issue. But we just have to perform a reload and then we will be able to see. So, okay, so it is actually the case that it's reproducible when they are both there. So i18n on its own is not enough, and probably Nuxt prime view on its own is not enough, but let's just check. Exactly. So it's both of them together. And I think I know what the issue is, because I think we saw it earlier, a moment ago. We have view i18n, and it, in its types, does this. Declare module view. So if I comment that out, let's see if it still reproduces. No. Let's comment it back in, as in, that's what we want to happen here. We want the error to appear. So let's try it again with it commented in. And edit. Ta-da! That is the issue. So basically, the issue is that global components is exported from Vue, and it's also exported from Vue like runtime core or something like that. And the problem is when people augment different bits of them, it causes issues for Volar. So I think we should open this in Vue i18n as well. And I think we should also, okay, where's the get repo? I think we should also check this on Nuxt, because I'm pretty sure I saw an issue that was related to this. Maybe not. Okay. Let's see if there's any. The problem is this is not a Fabian, nice to see you. Pulsar, you here? I was just about to tell you. So Eduardo and I were talking about this just the other day, and like this is literally a deep in Vue i18n. It's causing issues in Nuxt when people use. Yeah, the coincidence is crazy. It's causing issues when people use Nuxt and Nuxt i18n, but only when they're also using another library that declares declare module something else. So like I bet if we opened Nuxt prime view, it does, let's see, GitHub. I bet you there is a declare module in here that extends global components. Look at that, there it is. That's the issue, because you have these two conflicting declarations. We might be, but it might also be that Volar is doing something wrong in the typings. So if we go in a pure TypeScript context here, and just import it, this actually works fine, because the type has the i18n, I think. Wait a second. Are they both enabled? Yes. Oh wait, maybe they're not. You shouldn't need to import them. I think as long as you're in a module context, I think you can augment any module. I don't think you need to import it at the top of the file. So I mean, they're certainly importing Vue, but you don't need to. Like you could remove all the imports and the global components import. It doesn't need to be imported, I think. But let's see. So that should register these, but it doesn't. Interesting. Or maybe it's just my IDE as well. That is actually fine. So it must be registered. Because let's just confirm it's not a type signature thing. So if I run TSC no emit, that's fine. So it is being registered. As far as TypeScript is concerned, global components is this singular object. It's no, this is fine because it's Volar which gives the additional, because these are typed as like the validating of the type is not the issue here. I think it's the because I think Volar provides that as an extra. The issue is here, I believe. If we have a look at language tools and we have a look at view runtime core, then you'll see this is the type that is run, and I think this must be the issue. What it does is it looks for this VLS pick not any, looks for like the first one of these that exists. So I think the problem is it's not merging them, it's just picking the first one. And I think what we probably need to do is map them with pipe. Or it's joining them with and, which I guess is probably right. Maybe it should be an interface maybe, and it should extend it, exactly. Let's see if we can do that. So in our project here, we're going to have a look for Vue.js language. No, it doesn't exist. Maybe just Vue.ts. I don't know if it's compiled. It might be compiled. Let's just search for it. Maybe if we extended all of them, and that is what we tried to do previously. If I go into here, and we extend Vue runtime core as well. Let's see if that makes a difference. Now, we also found another unrelated issue is that you have to trigger HMR to get the error. And yes, that's good enough, you see. So that actually does now work. So it might be that is, but that cannot be a valid solution, that we just have to, like it would hotfix it, but it can't be a valid solution that we have to do that in every library that extends global components, right? It feels like that's too much. I'm going to try and change it here. So if we try VLS and we do runtime core, so maybe it's here, runtime core, dash core, this. So if we basically say interface extends and it's using this pick not any type, which might also be the issue. Let's see if that works. We have to comment this out again. Okay. Well, it depends what kind of T you're talking about. Oops, I'm missing something. Yes, I am. It extends that. Right. I hope this is going to be run. It might not be run. Let's just confirm this one here. Oh, this is the script that generates it. Am I just going to... I might have to do this one as well. No, I think it's fine. There's no reference to Vue in that. Okay, so we still have to go and trigger a change to the file. Nope, that didn't solve it. That wasn't good enough. So what I wonder is, what is the pick not any type doing? Like if I drop that should probably not be important. Where's pick not any? could we do? Could we try type of? Or, I mean, let's reproduce this in our own project. Okay, so we'll grab this. Actually, we'll grab all of this and we'll just stick it up at the top of testing, and basically do this. So okay, we don't actually know what that is. Maybe that's the issue. Let's see. So this is the generated type, and we would want this also to work for the same VLS global components. So if we try that, seems to work. I wonder, let's try removing this final bit here, the pick, and just seeing if this makes any difference. No, it doesn't. It's possible we're not actually making changes to anywhere which does make a difference. So like we could try just saying import global components from view, and then we just stick it here. Let's try that. So I just want to see, like, is this actually doing anything at all? Which is your question as well, Eduardo, I guess. So like we should be able to see it here in this hover. I'm not convinced that any of the changes I've been making in this file have actually applied to anything. But like the interesting thing is it's unknown. I do have to probably do that in order to get them. Like that's weird, isn't it? Solar Labs. That's weird. It's not compatible. Maybe it's just the Vola Labs isn't compatible. Anyway, the extension isn't the issue. This is locally here in the code mod. Like in the, I wonder if the script. Open the script. Do we have anything in here that is global components related? Yes. Let's just say, let's just hard code something in there. Let's just say Bob is true. I want to make this error somehow. I want to know that this is working. Console @log bibbledy. Yeah, okay, it's running. The code is there. So are we importing from scripts somewhere? Let's just open that again. Global types, I mean. So here, console log view compiler options, okay. Yeah, okay, so we're having something. And we actually reference it at some point. We reference it view compiler options lib. So let's see what that is particularly. It's just view. Okay, so that's interesting. So we have two related things, maybe. Let's just drop those two. So we are dropping runtime core and runtime DOM. So I would expect that would work to an extent. So it should. That's not doing a thing. Oh, I put type of. Could that be right? The thing is, it might actually not be any no. Hey, Damien. Very weird. This is just weird. Okay. We've got some more stuff happening. This might be just something that needs to be. Maybe we just raise another issue and say that we have this. Maybe it'd be just good to get Johnson to think about it. What do you think, Eduardo? Like, is it worth firing this his way? Oh, wait. I'm pretty sure I wasn't actually using. Okay, right. I made too many changes, basically. So we're just going to pull this in to be this one. Try that one more time. So let's see. Nope, didn't help. Okay, so let's just say we think it's going to be. So if there's an issue here, it may be somewhere else. So it might not be this bit. It might be a different place in the code where it's doing something else with it. But let's see if we can reproduce with just Volar. So again, we'll open StackBlitz for I love them, and a new project will open just Node. See if we can produce an issue. Okay, so we're going to import Vue and Vue TSC and TypeScript, and we're going to try and create the environment. So we'll have packages directory, and it will have sort of Vue, and we'll have another one that is Vue runtime core, and we'll have a types file for each one. And in here we'll have basically types is going to be types.v.ts, and name is going to be view runtime core, and I don't know if I need any more than that. Let's just see if we can do the same here. And we'll just call this, well, I guess view augment. Okay. And in the root, we'll have a tsconfig.json. No, we don't need that. I think we can just have like an index.d.ts. And we will do, we also want to have, let's see, view augment. And that's going to be file packages view augment. And we have view runtime core. Okay. And what we want in here to do is just have a reference types view augment. And then we do the same with view runtime core. And then we need in the types to do declare module view runtime core interface global components Bob or sort of runtime core or augment. And then we want to do in here view augment. And then this should be, I guess, app.view. And it should have a view augment. And it should also have a view runtime core augment. Okay, this might totally fail, but it's nicer to have as like a minimal reproduction, right? So which one is it looking for here? I'm gonna have to go in about 15 minutes. So I want to basically see if we can get this reproduction working. We're not going to get any view TSC knowing that. Oh, we probably need that tsconfig after all. I'm going to grab this. And we need to be able to, yeah, where is, I want to save that. View TSC augmentation repro. Yeah, exactly. This is absolutely saved. If anyone wants to, in a moment, take a look at it, I will drop my link in the thing. So let's just first check that this is working from a TypeScript point of view. So import type global components from view const a equals satisfies global components partial. And basically we need to have, actually we're not satisfies, we'll just assert. So it needs to be able to have in it runtime core augment and view augment and ts expect error Bob. So tsc oh, interesting. That's weird. That's interesting. It does, right? Like that's what we have global components. What if it's view runtime core? Aha! This might be a view issue. Okay, that's fine. That's not. No, it is fine now. Okay, it was the PNPM because it wasn't installed. I wonder if that could be it, actually. So going back here, if we install view runtime core, and then run our type check again, no. What about runtime DOM as well? No. Okay, so we're importing the type from runtime core, and this is fine. Is it also fine if I import from view? What about view TSC? Also fine. Interesting. Okay, so we've not reproduced the issue. Neither of these have dependencies on view though. So let's open them. Packages, view augment. And let's go up to view runtime core. Actually, let's not. Let's just install view in both of them. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so now we're getting some issues. This is Arc. This is Arc browser. It's quite a nice little thing. Interesting. Yes, okay. So now we're getting an issue here from, no, we're not getting an issue because it's not type checking our app.view, it's type checking index.ts. We need this to fail. So we specifically need to pass a generic, we need to basically say import a defined component from view. And then there should be a defined component. Oh, it needs to be a type. Interesting. And then it needs to be defined component, the bindings, and then there's going to be the props. So we need to pass in like foo we'll make them both foo. Pass in foo as a number. We are still on that. Yeah, we are. So for whatever reason, I would expect at this point for so this says that nothing here is expected. Because it needs to be something else. So we would do something like const component is define component, and we'll have some props. We'll say foo is string, and that is going to have to be our thing. And this component is going to be should be a valid component for both of them. Type of component, and there. Hey, Bobby. We are struggling, is what we are. Okay, this is actually better. I think we'll just say any at this point. Let's try that again. Oh. Okay, let's try that again. It looks like what we want to do is foo string constructor. Is that enough? Don't worry, Majid, they are saved as soon as you type in StackBlitz. So you see it already refreshed. what is the local hover here? It's we could try that, or comment that out. Oh, it's the props go next to the second one. Foo string. Let's try that. And we could actually, I'm sorry, we could specifically do this. Interesting. That makes sense. Okay. Let's get rid of the view dependency here. Okay, let's see if Vue.tsc works. Specifically, it should throw an error. Okay, interesting. They should be global components, runtime core augment, and view augment. And this, we could also put transition. That should also have well, that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna have to go, annoyingly. I'm gonna drop this in the chat. Please, someone, have a look at this. Like, this is a thing. Yeah, so basically if you have a colon here, that means it's going to be evaluated as a JavaScript expression. So in this case, that makes it a number. Because it's just a JavaScript expression, whatever it is. So if you say like true, it would be Boolean. If you don't have the colon, it's just going to be a string. So that's just like a normal HTML attribute. So just a string. If you want to do a string with a colon, you would quote it, and then that would be a string. So that's what you need to think about. If you have a colon, it's a JavaScript expression. So that's how you would do Booleans or numbers or anything like that. So here is the reproduction so far. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or not in terms of like how to create the reproduction here. I think so. So I think basically we even are creating like a node module structure. It's sticking view augment in there. Like it's as close as possible reproducing the issue we're experiencing. And I think it is creating a problem. Let me just try it locally. Like I think if we install the deps and open the app.vue here, let's see what my IDE makes of it. So why isn't it displaying that as an error? That's probably just because of how I've defined the component. Okay, so this is probably my bug. So view augment should be I'll create a little export default, define component, props foo string. Import type view augment from component. I need to go. Thank you, everybody. I will hope you solve things, and I will talk to you later. But there is somebody who needs me, and I will be off. Let's see if there's anyone we can quickly raid. I'm sure there must be. Should we go? Let's see. Josh is just starting. Josh, get Josh to work on it. He's a TypeScript genius. So let's just raid him. I mean, there are other good people too. Everyone there, I would be very happy to raid. But I'm proposing Josh, and get him to take a look. Okay. There's more stuff that I would need to do here. Anyway, I'll take a note so I don't fully forget this. But if anyone does have a chance to look at it first, I would be so appreciative. Great stuff.